Y'all, just when we thought things couldn't get any more shocking, the situation has completely exploded. Let me spill all the piping hot tea.
A lawyer representing alleged victims of Sean Diddy Combs say the current cases against the music mogul are just the tip of the iceberg and that other celebrities will be implicated. Lisa Bloom was speaking to our arts and entertainment correspondent, Katie Spencer.
In what has to be the most jaw-dropping twist yet, Diddy's own lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, literally walked out on him in the middle of court proceedings. Can you even imagine? The man who was supposed to be Diddy's legal shield just abandoned ship, leaving the music mogul to face this storm alone. Word on the street is that Agnifilo completely lost faith not just in the case, but in Diddy himself. The implications here are absolutely devastating.
Being another band that the rapper formed called Diddy Dirty Money. Now, in her case, she alleges that she was subjected to inhumane working conditions and had threats made to her life. And Lisa Bloom, who we caught up with in Los Angeles, has been talking to us about how she believes there are hundreds more people she feels that could be making cases who are too scared to speak out. Here's what she told.
I mean, let's be real for a second. This is Diddy we're talking about. The man who built an entire empire on being the epitome of confidence and control. For his own lawyer to walk away, honey, that speaks volumes about what might be happening behind those courtroom doors. The whispers are getting louder and they're not painting a pretty picture.
The case that Lisa Bloom is bringing for her client, Dawn Richard. Now, Dawn Richard was in two bands that the rapper helped form. One came out of a reality show called Danity.
But wait, because this tea is about to get even hotter. A prison phone call has mysteriously leaked and social media is absolutely losing it. In this totally bizarre conversation, Diddy supposedly tells his son to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. Now, on the surface, this might sound like nothing, but darling, let me tell you, the internet is having an absolute field day with this.
The patterns. Whenever you have a serial abuser, they follow a pattern. Harvey Weinstein had a pattern, Sean Combs has a pattern, and with all three of them, the stories are a little different, but the pattern's always the same. Come into my orbit, have a drink, you get woozy, take a rest, wake up to being sodomized. That was the pattern, and it was the same in every single story.
The conspiracy theories are running wild. Some people are connecting it to the infamous Piggate scandal, and if you know, you know, while others are convinced it's some sort of secret code. Whatever the truth is, the timing couldn't be worse for Diddy. Every single word he utters is being dissected like it's evidence in a true crime documentary.
Discovery hearing is scheduled for today in the federal investigation into allegations against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. More than 30 lawsuits have already been filed against him alleging and rape. 3 separate anonymous suits were filed just last week by men accusing Combs of putting drugs in their drinks and then allegedly raping them. The hip-hop star's attorney says these latest lawsuits are, quote, full of lies. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all the federal charges that are against him.
And here's where it gets even juicier. In this same leaked call, Diddy was apparently warning about avoiding sensitive topics over the phone. I mean, could he be any more suspicious? Everyone's asking the same question. What exactly is he trying to hide? The internet detectives are working overtime, analyzing every single syllable of that conversation.
Forward to taking Sean Combs' deposition in prison. For one thing, we know where he is. He can't say he's unavailable and out of town.
Lawyer Lisa Bloom is representing this woman, pictured next to Combs here, singer Dawn Richard, a member of 2 bands formed by the rapper.
She alleges that she was groped and grabbed by Sean Combs, that she witnessed him physically assaulting other women, that he restrained her, locked her into cars and other places, falsely imprisoned her. And it was just a really terrifying experience.
But hold on to your seats, because this next bombshell is absolutely earth-shattering. Enter Courtney Burgess, a former associate of Kim Porter, Diddy's late ex-girlfriend, who just stepped into this drama with what might be the most explosive evidence yet. She claims to have flash drives. Yes, actual flash drives, containing material that could blow this whole case wide open. The biggest shocker? Apparently, there's a completed memoir that Kim had been working on before her tragic passing.
Diddy has just been placed on suicide watch in the New York prison, which has seen multiple deaths in recent years, one through stabbing and numerous through suicide. Some other high-profile prisoners to be kept in there include R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Sam Bankman-Fried. Both prisons are in New York, but the one that Jeffrey Epstein was somehow capable of committing suicide in is in downtown Manhattan.
The plot thickens, darling. According to Burgess, Kim had specifically asked her to make sure this memoir saw the light of day if anything ever happened to her. And these aren't just any old files. We're talking about tapes that allegedly implicate Diddy and other high-profile names in some seriously troubling activities. The tea is scalding.
Every single one of them, after the were threatened. They were threatened with physical harm. They were told, if you do anything, it's not going to be good for you. And Sean Combs is not somebody who runs around with a bunch of choir boys. And those threats are very real to all of these men. One of them knew him from the neighborhood, knew the people he ran with, and knew that these were not empty threats. These were not a bunch of lawyers in offices somewhere. These are guys who can follow through, make your life end, cause you physical harm.
This is getting so serious that even Homeland Security is reportedly getting involved. Can you believe it? Kim Porter's death, which was officially attributed to pneumonia, has always been surrounded by whispers and rumors. But now, Burgess's claims are adding a whole new layer to this mystery. She's saying that the unedited version of Kim's memoir exposes Diddy's darker side, including stories of misconduct and manipulation that would make your jaw drop. If these allegations turn out to be true, it could be the final nail in the coffin for Diddy's carefully crafted public image.
Well, what else are they going to say? They're not going to say they're true. They're going to say the typical thing that's said in every single one of these cases, that these are untrue, it's made up, it's phony, it's just a monetary shakedown. What else can they do? He's sitting in lockup in Brooklyn right now, charged with these very same things. And he really has no defense other than to badmouth the people who are suing him, badmouth the lawyers, and that's what he's doing.
But wait, there's more. Burgess isn't just dropping bombs about the memoir and tapes. She's going all in with accusations that Diddy was directly involved in Kim's death. She's standing firm in her beliefs, and the tapes she claims to have, they allegedly show some very questionable activities from Diddy's infamous parties, plus other material that could absolutely destroy what's left of his reputation. Talk about terrible timing. His defense team is falling apart just as these new accusations are hitting the fan.
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday.
Legal experts are absolutely buzzing about Mark Agnifillo's departure. The whispers in legal circles suggest he saw this case as completely unsalvageable. I mean, when your own lawyer jumps ship, that's not just a red flag. That's a whole red parade. The public is split right down the middle. Some are watching with satisfaction as this supposedly untouchable empire crumbles, while die-hard fans are still crying smear campaign. But let's be honest, even his most loyal supporters are starting to have their doubts. Between the lawyer drama, that cryptic phone call, and these endless allegations, it's getting harder and harder to brush this off as just rumors. Now let me take you back to where this whole nightmare started for Diddy. Remember Cassie? She was with him for 11 long years, and when they split, she came at him with a power move that would make any mogul sweat. She told him straight up, "I'm writing a book that's going to expose everything you've been up to. You can buy the rights for $30 million. And what did our man Diddy do? He said no. Can you believe it? So what does Cassie do? She gets clever and takes it to her lawyers, who tell her something very interesting. They could turn this into a civil case and still get those millions. She files the lawsuit, and suddenly, Diddy changes his tune real quick, settling the very next day. But here's the real twist that Diddy probably never saw coming. While civil cases might be private, the feds took one look at this situation and realized they were dealing with potential criminal activity. Talk about a backfire. This isn't just another celebrity scandal, darlings. We're watching what could be the complete destruction of an empire. Everything Diddy has built, his legacy, his freedom, his entire world, is hanging by a thread. The court of public opinion has already started turning against him, and with each new revelation, that thread gets thinner and thinner. Can he bounce back from this? The outlook is getting bleaker by the day. The once invincible mogul now looks more like a cornered man with very few cards left to play. If this really is his downfall, it's going to go down in history as the ultimate cautionary tale about power, pride, and those pesky chickens coming home to roost. As this storm keeps brewing, one thing's crystal clear. Diddy's forecast isn't just cloudy, it's looking like a Category 5 hurricane. Stay tuned, because something tells me we haven't even seen the worst of it yet. And that's the tea, darlings. Every scalding drop of it. Keep your eyes peeled for more updates because this story is far from over.